Remember that they see, like we see, Crimea is Ukraine. It is a peninsula of Ukraine. It is not under any way, shape, or form Russian. So the Ukrainian people, I think, should set the agenda for what winning is. And right now, they are strongly in favor of expelling all of Russian forces out of all of the territory of Ukraine, including the Donbass and Crimea. So I would define it the way Ukrainians define it. Clearly, what we have done now is we have built sanctuary for Russia. In other words, Russia is allowed to attack into Ukraine from the northwest in Belarus, from all the northeast to the southeast from Russia, and then from the southwest from the Black Sea. We allow Russia to attack Ukraine from all of those areas, and we virtually guarantee Russia that Ukraine will not strike them back, at least with Western supplied equipment. Ukraine has been developing some of its own equipment and striking back, but we forbid Ukraine from using our weapons to attack into Russia. We're afraid of what Russia will do, and so we forbid them to do that. So Russia has sanctuary all the way around Ukraine. We do not fare well in wars where the enemy has sanctuary. So item one is eliminate the sanctuary and allow Ukraine to strike military formations wherever they may be. If there is a large military force in Belarus or Russia that's about to attack across the border, strike it before it comes across the border. Russia is firing from nearly the entire compass, 300 degrees into Ukraine, but we're forbidding Ukraine from firing at all in any of those directions. This is no way to run a war. And frankly, the other piece, which is demonstrative, is we have not given Ukraine the weapons it needs to strike its own territory of Crimea. We need to give Ukraine the ability to hold all of Crimea at risk and make it untenable for Russian forces. So long range, precise strike in various forms in order to be able to take the fight to the enemy like the enemy is taking the fight to Ukraine. The larger picture is that Russia's military forces have failed them inside Ukraine. They have failed them. They have not accomplished the goals that Russia set out. They have lost most of the terrain they initially took in this war, and they are failing them now inside of Ukraine. But Russia's war of intimidation, or if we use military parlance, it's deterrence of the West. That war is succeeding wildly. Mr. Putin wants us to fear that he will do something crazy if we give Ukraine these long-range weapons. We told Mr. Putin early in this war, we were very clear about what we were afraid of. We didn't want World War III, and we didn't want this to go to nuclear war. So what is it that Mr. Putin feeds back to us on nearly a daily basis, 4 to 5 days a week? A major speaker of some form in Russia talks about going to nuclear war. If we lose this, we're going to use nukes. If you defeat us here, we're going to use nukes. If you give them long-range strike, we're going to nukes. So they are playing back to us the fear that we identified.